From California to the Carolinas, millions of Americans packed the streets today in protest. The No Kings movement launched in opposition to actions by President Trump that some say is eroding democracy. Thousands of people took part in a No Kings protest right here in Indianapolis. Our Marina Silva shares their story from the State House lawn.
Thousands of protesters in Indianapolis taking to the State House lawn for a protest called No Kings.
I fight for the people who don't have a voice, and I feel like that's what this is about.
These Hoosiers are part of a day of action against the Trump administration, part of rallies in all 50 states, from LA to Atlanta to Philadelphia.
I think it's incredibly important to show up. I wanted to bear witness. My family came here in 1950 from Poland, and if immigrants can get it done, then we all need to show up and get it done. And I'm kind of tired of the way things have been going at the national and state level.
Look around, thousands of people here on the grounds of the State House wanting to make their voices heard. It's a demonstration they say is about pushing back against power and demanding change.
We're allowed to have free expression, peaceable assembly, and we've got to take up that space before those rights are taken from us. I don't want to be here. I don't like this. I'm a risk-averse, conflict-avoidant people pleaser, and I'm out here.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
It's called No Kings, and for some, it is a literal term. One woman says she's speaking out against the current elected leader to send a message.
I don't recognize the country I'm seeing, and I care about my kids. And I'm here for them and for the people who can't be here to say what I'm saying, even though I do not want to be saying it.
Even bringing her daughter to show even the little voices can make a big impact.
This is something that I stand for, and this is something that's important for the future.
And even with thousands of people here, we confirmed it with police. It did remain peaceful.
I always fight, always.
Sharing a message that was loud yet clear. In Indianapolis, Marina Silva, 13 News.
Those protests happening as President Trump held an unprecedented military parade on the streets of the nation's capital. It celebrated the Army's 250th birthday and coincided with the president's birthday. Jay Gray reports from Washington, D.C.
Close to 7,000 men and women in uniform marching through the center of Washington. Soldiers representing every era of the Army, 250 years of history, as hundreds of thousands lined Constitution Avenue cheering them on. Fighter jets and choppers overhead.
When you see those jets fly over, anybody watching, just keep watching because it's going to be a good night.
Tanks, Humvees, and howitzers rolling past the viewing platform, President Trump standing to salute. A show of military might he's been pushing for since his first administration, playing out on his 79th birthday.
The Army keeps us free. You make us strong. And tonight, you have made all Americans very proud. Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too. That's what we're doing tonight.
And as everything unfolds in the National Mall and along Constitution Avenue here, this party is being met by protests not only here in the nation's capital, but across the country. The Refuse Fascism Coalition spilling into the streets of D.C. No Kings rallies with tens of thousands raising their voices in all 50 states, speaking out against the president and his policies, including the ongoing immigration raids.
Listen to the people. We're not happy, you know, all of us. And it's not right or left, it's wrong or right.
Frustration sparking outrage as sparking fireworks filled the sky over the nation's capital. Jay Gray, NBC News, Washington.
Right now, a massive manhunt continues for a Minnesota man suspected of shooting two state lawmakers there and their spouses. So I want to show you the two lawmakers. Former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark were killed in their home. State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were both shot multiple times, but they are expected to survive. Now, take a look at the man police are looking for tonight. Investigators say Vance Luther Bolter was impersonating a police officer and driving an SUV designed to look like a squad car. Police also say they found no Kings flyers in the suspect's car, and now they're trying to determine if the victims and the suspect knew each other.
There's certainly some overlap with some, public meetings, I will say, with Senator Hoffman and the individual, but we don't know the nature of the relationship or if they actually knew each other.
Melissa and Mark Hortman leave behind 2 children. People are now leaving flowers and condolences at a small memorial outside the Minnesota State House. All right, a weather impact for some of us today. Flash flooding hit parts of central Indiana after some areas saw some very heavy rain. And take a look here. This is video out of Howard County. Unfortunately, some drivers going through high water between Kokomo and Rusheville. And then in Indian Heights near Wildcat Creek, you can see water up to the side of the road there, even coming up onto the streets. So the goal is hopefully by now at 11:05 that water has kind of receded and the danger has minimized. The rain though, Rob, out of here.
Yeah, rain is for the most part done across the area. I think overnight there's a chance we could see a little sprinkle or drizzle, but overall I think the rain has moved on. It was really hit and miss. There were some locations that didn't receive any rain. And then there were some that received as much as 5 to 7 inches of rain. I mean, it really was a stark contrast. Let me show you this map. This is the rainfall totals. And look at how spotty in nature the coverage is here. Again, there are parts that really received almost no rain today. And where you see any of that yellow coloration, and there's a lot of that, but it's very spotty, that's up to 2 inches of rain. It's impressive to see small little individual locations receive as much as 2 inches of rain. And then you have those locations like parts of Howard County down into Boone County as well. We had a streak here of some locations that once you get into that kind of red and pinkish, almost kind of purple color, you're talking about as much as 6 inches of rain or more estimated by the radar. Current radar is quiet. That's pretty good news. Temperatures into the 60s, and overnight I suspect that we'll see more clouds than anything else with a low temperature of 65. Father's Day forecast is coming up as well as more rain chances to come.
Rob, thanks so much. New tonight, a 15-year-old accused of raping a young boy on an Indiana school bus has now been charged as an adult. A judge in Jennings County weighed the teen to adult court this week. Court records show he's facing 12 charges, including rape, child molesting, and sexual battery. The family of a 7-year-old boy with special needs says that second grader was sexually assaulted multiple times on his school bus. The teen suspect has an initial hearing set for Monday. An SUV hit and killed a man today on Indy's northwest side. This happened around 3:15 on Pixel Drive near Lafayette Road and West Kessler Boulevard. IMPD calls this truly an accident. They say the SUV hit the victim in the parking lot of an apartment complex. The man died at the hospital. Police say the driver did take a blood test and is cooperating with investigators. Right now in Fishers, there's a special tribute to our fallen heroes. Veterans and Athletes United's Memorial Dog Tag flag is on display. Take a look here. It's made up of over 7,000 dog tags, creating an image of the American flag. Since 2018, the flag has traveled to more than 185 locations. It's built and funded by veterans as a visual reminder of those who died serving our country.
I have been involved with veterans groups for many years in different avenues, and I saw this one a year ago, and it just took me. My sons were the age of some of these heroes that were killed.
Now, if you miss seeing the flag today, don't worry, you'll have another chance next month. It is scheduled to be in Cicero on the 4th of July. Still to come tonight, Pope Leo XIV addressing an American audience directly for the first time and on a baseball field. His message to young Catholics in his hometown of Chicago next. And later, it's Pride Weekend here in Indy. We'll take you to the parade and see how this annual event keeps growing.